Lamar Jackson might not be a Raven for much longer. Join us and let's have a conversation with our special guest, Bill Aikens from Let's Talk Sports. It's TMDE Sports. What up, YouTube? What up, Facebook, and all the social media networks? Is TMDE Sports. You can catch us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Radio Line, and Spreaker. Also on the 365 app and UITA Radio and 4Aces Network. I got my co-host, Chrissy Acuity, and we got a very special guest tonight. Chrissy Acuity is in the building. Let's do it, baby.
I'm so excited to have my sound effects back. Yay. We're talking about something other than football tonight, other than Browns, I should say. And look, I'm actually wearing something that is not Cleveland Browns.
You so hard-headed. What I say is save it for the live. Save it for the live. Anyway, we got a very special guest on a network that I'm affiliated with. It's called Let's Talk Sports. I got a man on here. He's very knowledgeable, very sports-wise. Bill Aikens is in the building. Bill, let him know what's good, baby.
How's it going, guys?
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
No doubt. Bill, I appreciate you so much, and everybody from Let's Talk Sports Radio and TV and network. It is what it is, but we're going to keep it short and sweet tonight. So, Bill, while I got you, you are a very special guest. I want to ask you.
Appreciate it.
No doubt. What's the issue? How do you feel about what's going on with Lamar Jackson right now in the Baltimore Ravens in the AFC North?
Oh, I tell you what, from what I understand, both parties are about $100 million off right now. And and that's not good. I saw Mark Andrews made the comment that he thinks, Lamar's going to be a Raven for life. I don't know. I mean, I think it's a big mistake, him trying to be his own agent.
Correct.
I think, trying to play football and trying to, do what you need to do, mentally and then trying to negotiate contracts. I think it's just, I think the candles are lit at both ends for him. And I just think that, he needs to hire an agent, because I'll tell you what, more than likely an agent is going to get him more money than what he's going to be able to negotiate. And if he's worried about paying an agent, if that's all he's worried about, he's going to probably still end up, over than what he's going to be able to negotiate. But, he's a generational talent. Let's face it.
Correct.
The Ravens got to do what they got to do to meet him in the middle. But, Lamar's got to make some, compromise as well. So they got to sign him to a long-term deal. Like I said, they're $100 million apart, and that's a lot still, Wow. And I just think that at this point in time, they need to. Well, he needs to hire an agent. Let's just say that he needs to hire an agent, and the guy is he's a multi-dimensional, like I said, a generational talent. Not only can he kill you running the ball, he's a great passer. The guy reads defenses amazing. And has a hell of an arm, and just he has all the intangibles you want in a quarterback, especially this day and age. But and I think go ahead. I'm sorry.
You keep saying that he needs to get an agent. Is it common for a lot of the NFL players to not have an agent? That's my interest.
That's very uncommon. Like he's one of the few that's. I know maybe back 40, 50 years ago that may have been, the case, probably like 50-50, I would say. But
I don't even think it was then.
Yeah, it probably wasn't even then. You're right. It probably wasn't even then. But, hey, an agent does that. That's what he does for a living, or he or she,
Correct.
Let the experts, hire, let the experts do their job. Hire somebody that's, some of these agents have been doing this a long time, and they know. They study this stuff. They know what to negotiate, how to negotiate it. And you got to look at this too. Some of these NFL contracts are 30, 40, 50 pages. And, and there's things in there. And you got to be able to decipher, is Lamar going to sit down and read that, and amongst having to, read the playbook and having to, it's too much. He needs to just hire an agent. And, but I think.
Is he one of those guys that he's studying up on law in his free time?
He might be. Hey, the guy's smart. I mean, he's a smart quarterback. I mean, but hire an agent, leave it to the experts. I mean, like I said, you get an agent, they're going to be able to negotiate for way more than what you're going to be able to negotiate. So if it's about him saving money, I think, it's worth it to have an agent,
Yes. So I got to ask you guys this question. In the whole grand scheme of things, if you get a $250 million contract, 250, let's just say 250, would you want somebody to take 25 million away from you for this contract? I'm just asking the question. I just want to know, when it comes down to the grand scheme of things, would you want somebody to take, because a lot of these agents get 10 to 15% on some of these guys' contracts. Would you want them to take that kind of money away? I can understand his philosophy when it comes to that, but at the same time, you're absolutely right, Bill. Sometimes you got to have somebody. Drew Rosenthal's. There's a plethora of different agents who could come in and say, "Yo, this is what we need him to do." But the Ravens are a different organization. The Ravens have a winning history, a winning tradition. And I don't think they're sweating it. Not like here in Cleveland. We were sweating for a quarterback like that. Now, it's a little bit different from them. But I think they are actually making a very big mistake by not paying Lamar his money. And
no doubt.
I wouldn't want a guy like that who came in and, changed the culture a little bit to leave. I mean, that's the norm now. These guys are getting money. I had a problem with Kyle, with old boy, for the Cardinals, man. I can't even spit his name out.
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray. Kyler, I was like, wait a minute. Kyler, to me, he's okay, but he wasn't worth 180 million. But yet he got that money. So why not pay an MVP? Why not play a guy who's gotten you to the playoffs a couple times? Give him that money. Yeah, so it is what it is.
I agree.
Chrissy, what do you think, real quick?
Well, you asked about the percentage and how I would feel about giving a percentage to an agent. When you're making that amount of money, that's unheard of.
Right.
Yeah.
These guys, they aren't even managing their own money, and if they are, they end up broke and bankrupt, so having that management or that, advisor, and having to just pay 10% of, the finder's fee, it makes sense to me. But I mean, I'm also a practical person where I want to make sure that my house is paid for, my car is paid for, and I got food on the table, for my family before I go, blowing it on sports memorabilia.
250, 200 is more money than anybody, than the average person.
I think it's never see that.
Correct. We will never see that. I mean, hopefully if we keep balling out, maybe we will see a couple. I don't know. But that type of money, for me to just fork over to you, I can understand where he's coming from. But it is what it is,
Yeah. So, but I mean, if you're, I can't understand where he's coming from. But whenever you hire an agent,
we don't got that type of money.
Whenever you hire an agent, you get you're hire Drew Rosenthal, you're gonna get the top, tier of a contract.
Correct.
And you're and you're gonna more than likely he's gonna be able to negotiate way more than what you're gonna be able to negotiate. And it's just negotiation tactics. It's just correct. It's and those guys, know how to negotiate. They know the game. They know the loopholes. They know the ins and outs.
Mm-hmm. So if you were, so let me ask you guys right now before we go, because I know Bill's got to go. One more question real quick. I got 5 minutes. Oh, all right, no doubt. So if you were the Ravens right now, would you just give Lamar away and get some first round picks? What is the most logical scenario you can come up if we don't get Lamar the type of money he wants, we trade him? What would you do right now if you were Ozzie and whatnot? Oh no, Ozzie left. What would you do right now if you were the Ravens front office?
You're asking me?
I'm asking both of you. Well, you're the special guest. Go ahead, Bill.
Okay. I would resign. I mean, I would give him what he wants. Honestly, if it was me, and I know it's easy for me to say that. I'm not an NFL owner or a general manager, but if it was me, I'd re-sign him to a long-term deal. And I'll tell you what I would do. I would go out and get the best offensive coordinator for him, and I'd surround him with weapons. I'd make him the franchise signal caller, and I'd surround him with weapons.
All right. Christy?
Well, I don't like the Ravens, so I'd get rid of it.
Me neither. I'm a Steelers fan.
You can't be. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, you know what?
I'm not gonna hold that against you tonight. I'm not gonna hold that against you. It is
48-37. That's all I got to say.
True. Yeah, it is what it is. Bill, I want to thank you so much. Bill Aikens coming in from Let's Talk Sports. Bill, let them know where they can find you at. Let them know how they can communicate with you.
So yeah, I got a Facebook page and a YouTube channel called Pittsburgh Sports Desk, and then I do a couple other shows on Let's Talk Sports. I do the Monday Night Football post game show, and then I do a Premier League soccer show.
All right, I got the man for you. I got the man for you in the Premier League, and he is standing by. He is ready, willing, and able.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Now, who's he follow?
He's British, so he supports. Oh, he's showing us his shirt right now backstage. I can't remember. Lefton. He's gonna kick my butt for forgetting this. Lefton, I think is what they are called. Soccer league.
He's on the pitch.
Okay. I'm an Arsenal fan. So I like Arsenal. But,
he's shame face.
He's
Well, people will be coming on.
You already get the shame face.
Yeah. He'll be coming on the live show. We're gonna do a live show next, and Chrissy's gonna be running the thing. But I just wanted to make sure that I connected with you and made everything. Everything is wonderful. I appreciate you for coming on the show, man. And
thanks for having me. It's a lot of fun.
No doubt. And like I say every week, go Browns, bitches.
Yes.
Let's see you all next week.